Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. The Grammy nominations for Best Audiobook, Narration and Storytelling Recording are in. The nominees are Meryl Streep, Big Tree; William Shatner, Boldly Go, Reflections on a Life of Awe and Wonder; Rick Rubin, The Creative Act, A Way of Being; Senator Bernie Sanders, It's Okay to be Angry About Capitalism; and Michelle Obama, The Light We Carry, Overcoming in Uncertain Times. And the winner won't be Prince Harry for Spare. Many thought Spare would be nominated, but no such luck for Harry. In better news for Spare, Prince Harry recently achieved a significant milestone in his legal battle against Associated Newspapers Limited, the company behind the Daily Mail. Harry, along with other well-known figures like Elton John, David Furnish, and Liz Hurley, received authorization to proceed with a High Court lawsuit against the publisher. They allege that A&L engaged in illegal information gathering, including employing private detectives to plant listening devices in their vehicles and intercept their phone calls. A&L has refuted these accusations during a preliminary hearing in March where Prince Harry unexpectedly attended as an observer. A&L requested the dismissal of the case, arguing the legal claims were made too late, a strategy known as limitation defense. However, the judge's written decision on Friday morning rejected A&L's argument. The judge stated that the plaintiffs have a real prospect of success and that any limitation defense should be addressed during a trial after all relevant evidence is considered. The judge noted that A&L did not successfully refute the claims against them. A central element of Harry's case involves an alleged admission by a private detective, Gavin Burrows. However, A&L contends that Burrows later retracted his admission and stated that he was not hired by A&L newspapers for illegal information gathering. A&L did succeed in arguing that Harry and other plaintiffs cannot use certain information submitted to the Leveson inquiry on press standards in 2012. Following the exposure of extensive phone hacking, the judge ruled that this material, submitted under an effective amnesty, cannot be utilized in court. This ruling represents another victory for Harry and Meghan in their ongoing conflict with the British tabloids, which they accuse of invading their privacy. In 2021, Meghan won a separate lawsuit against Associated Newspapers for unlawfully publishing a private letter she wrote to her estranged father. In June of this year, Harry testified in another phone hacking lawsuit, claiming that Mirror Group newspapers, the publishers of the Daily Mirror, the Sunday Mirror, and The People, employed illegal methods to publish numerous stories about him. Harry described how these tactics resulted in extreme distrust and paranoia, leading to depression and anxiety. A decision in that case is anticipated by the end of the year. Harry is also involved in another lawsuit against the Daily Mail, alleging that an article about his security arrangements was defamatory. Furthermore, he is expected to be a key witness in a significant upcoming case against Rupert Murdoch's News Group newspapers, accusing the Sun of publishing stories obtained unlawfully about him. Harry is also in a legal dispute with the British government, claiming he has been unfairly denied automatic police protection during his visits to Britain. Harry and Meghan made an unexpected visit to San Diego, participating in events to honor veterans and service members in anticipation of Veterans Day and Remembrance Day. Their day began at Camp Pendleton, where they were engaged with veterans, active duty service members, and their families. Later, they headed to the grand opening of the Navy SEAL Foundation's Warrior Fitness Program West Coast facility in San Diego, not far from their Montecito home. The couple toured the new advanced facility and met with service members who benefit from the program. They were part of the official opening ceremony, which was attended by 250 supporters and participants. The program offers comprehensive support for naval special warfare personnel and veterans, focusing on both physical and mental health. During their visit, Navy SEALs, veterans, and their families discussed the significance of the program's resources and support with the royal couple. Both Meghan and Harry wore poppy pins, a symbol of remembrance for fallen military members, a tradition shared by other members of the royal family, including King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William, and Kate Middleton. Prince Harry, who served in the British Army for a decade and completed 2 tours in Afghanistan, continues to have a strong connection to the military community. He is also the founder of the Invictus Games, a sporting event for wounded service members and veterans. The poppy symbol, used to commemorate military personnel who have died in war, originated from the World War I poem In Flanders Fields by John McCrae. Meghan began wearing poppy pins in 2018 during her first Anzac Day service alongside Harry just before their wedding. In addition to the facility opening, Meghan and Harry visited Operation Biggs during their time at Camp Pendleton. This unique mentoring program is dedicated to children of military families, including those of active duty veterans and Gold Star families. Since its inception, the program has assisted over 3,000 Navy and Marine Corps children and expanded to over 30 affiliates nationwide. Prince Harry has expressed that his decision to leave military service was influenced by his desire to start a family. He and Meghan have 2 children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Harry shared in a 2022 interview with People that being a father adds an emotional dimension to his military and veteran-related engagements. Royal expert Richard Kay appeared on the Palace Confidential podcast to discuss Meghan's attempts to rebuild whatever it is her brand is. Kay said, "I think we can be sure that one thing she is really doing is being a mom and spending time with her children, but it is interesting. It is because she wanted to give a bit more space to Harry, who had so much to get off his chest this year in his ghastly book and his interviews about his family. Maybe she wanted to put a bit of clear blue water between what he had to say and what she's going to do next. Didn't want to taint her brand. However, what is her brand? And will that brand still be there? The longer she's out of the public eye, the harder it will be to kickstart it." Christopher Anderson, author of The King, told Fox News Digital, "If Meghan doesn't end up hosting a daytime syndicated talk show, I'll be surprised. She certainly seems well suited to that role in particular, and I can easily see her pursuing a career path similar to Oprah Winfrey's in the media. A show, a magazine, producing, directing, the works." Palace Intrigue will be right back. It looks like Charles won't be handing over the Prince's Trust to either son. The trust has been renamed the King's Trust. The King had previously spoken of one day handing his charity work down to his sons, yet it seems they are now focused on their own philanthropic efforts. The King became the King of Koreatown, or New Malden, as it's otherwise known, on a royal visit on Wednesday. The King chatted to crowds crammed outside the Seoul Plaza supermarket. The BBC reports there was K-pop playing to greet the King when he arrived to meet members of the Korean community gathered inside the town's Methodist church. Chatting to a representative from a senior citizens group, he asked about the age of admittance. When he was told it was 65 years old, he said with a shrug, "I've certainly passed that mark." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, your app of choice. And head on over to YouTube or youtube.com and hit that subscribe button. That really helps us out. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.